Welcome to the WCTC Library. In this video, we'll go over how to find websites for digital literacy for healthcare. When you're on the library website, you can go to Library Guides and then scroll down to Digital Literacy for Healthcare and click on that button. And now we have our library guide with all of the resources that can be useful for this project. And so we're looking for websites. So we're going to click on the Websites tab. And now we have a bunch of different resources. The first thing we're going to look at is this box right here. This has a link about how to find reliable health information online. There can be a great amount of health information that has a lot of good information online, but you do need to evaluate the resources you're finding. So you can't always just Google your disease or disorder, but we recommend you start with these websites. And if you do find things online, you do need to always evaluate them. So you want to look at things like the date, see how current they are. You want to look at the author, if they're a medical professional, and you also want to look at if they have any bias, that they're trying to scare you or sell you something, then that might not be a good website to use. So here we have a list of websites we recommend, and some of them are more general, like the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or if you scroll down, the Cleveland Clinic and the Mayo Clinic and Medline Plus will have information about all of your disorders that you're using, and some of them are more specific. So if you're doing something about Arthritis Foundation, might be great for arthritis, or you might want to use the American Heart Association if you're doing something with cardiovascular things. All of the websites are a little bit different, but the first thing we're going to look at is the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. And so their website, we can see they have a little search box right here, so we could just search for our topic here, or we could scroll down here and we have the A to Z list with find diseases and conditions, so we could also search here. So I'm going to use the search box up in the corner, and I'm going to go with asthma. So I can see here I've got a result called asthma, and I can see they've got some information here about it. I can see about the triggers and how to live with it. There's also, if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see data, statistics, and surveillance. So this could get you some good statistics that you might need for your project. And you can scroll down here and see they have a bunch of information. And if you do find some information for your project, you're then going to have to cite it in APA format. Citing websites can be a little bit more difficult because sometimes there's missing information like the author or the date is missing. So we're going to look at the library webpage. So if we go back to the Digital Literacy for Healthcare LibGuide, we can see right here there's a little link for APA. And when we're on the APA page, we can click on Referenced Examples. And then if we scroll down, we can see right here, we've got website and specific database examples. So the website format is right here. So usually it's the author's last name with their initials, the date of publication, and for websites, you want the full date. And then you'd have the italicized title of the web page and a subtitle if there's one, and then the name of the site, and then the URL. There is a rule for websites. Right here you can see it says if the author is the same as the name of the site, you'll leave off the name of the website, which will come up many times with these health websites. So now I'm going to cite this page here. So I am going to open up a Word document, and the first thing I'm going to do is have the author. If you look at this page, unfortunately this one doesn't have an author listed as a person, so sometimes you can use the organization as the author. So in this case it'll be the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. And then after the author, I'm going to put a period. And now we need to see what the date is. So if we look here, they do have a date listed. It's usually going to be at the top or the bottom of the page. And so when you're doing dates, you're going to put it in parentheses, and you're going to start with the year, then spell out the whole month, and then put the day. Then you'll do a parenthesis and a period. The next part is the title, and that'll be in italics. So this one is going to be about asthma, and you only capitalize the first letter of the first word of the title, the subtitle, and proper nouns for APA format for the web page titles. And then the next thing would be the website name, but that is the same as the author in this case, so we're going to leave that off, and that will happen with many of the websites for this project. And then we're just going to put the URL at the end. So if we look back at this, we'll copy the URL, and then we'll put that at the end, and then press enter so the link is active. And then we just need to make sure that this is double spaced. And then we need something called a hanging indent. So we'll highlight everything, and then if we click in the paragraph section, and then under the indentation section and special, we'll do hanging, and then we would have our completed reference. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us on the library website.